Hello, Faulkner University. My name is Zack Ballinger, author of The Hot Seat, How to Meet the Challenge of a New Era in Job Interviewing. I've traveled around the world helping students and professionals find careers they love. And once they find that passion and purpose in their life, then taking that, honing on those skills, going out to the marketplaces to go get that job. Now, here I'm going to give you 5 tips that you can do right now in the convenience of your home to begin building your career. Number 1, career coaches. Career coaching in North America has become famous. In fact, it's about $150 to $200 per hour. If you think about that over 6 sessions, that can really add up. But you've got a great resource at faulkner.edu. You can go to the Career Service Center and they can help you with all of those career coaching needs. So for example, instead of you doling out that $150 to $200 later, take advantage and visit and set up meetings with Zoom on your computer with career coaches at Faulkner University. They can really help accelerate your career, look at your resume, help you with LinkedIn and all that stuff. So that's my number 1 tip, is really hone in on that career servicing center. It doesn't matter if you're a freshman or a senior. Get plugged in it now and you'll be surprised at where it takes you in your career. The number 2 tip I have is LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the wave of the future. And what's so cool about LinkedIn, the old days you'd have to get out and shake hands and talk to people. But now you can get career mentors right over your computer. You can meet mentors for free via the app in a particular industry that you may want to go into. So let's say you want to work at Disney World. Wouldn't it be nice to connect with somebody at Disney World before going in, learning more about that career where you can build connections and things like that? This is the best time to start building your LinkedIn profile. Make sure your profile has a professional picture, headshot, that you're dressed for the part. Also, your skills and qualification as well as your educational credentials are listed right on LinkedIn. Begin building your connections today. You can connect with anyone in your network, connect with other students, alumni, and I really recommend you reaching out to companies and industries and taking advantage of this platform. The number 3 tip I have for you, every 6 months, it's estimated, according to career coaches, that you should be updating your resume. This is a great time to be fine-tuning your resume. Always have a second pair of eyes on your resume. That's really key. We miss a lot of spelling and grammar in our resume. Take the time, the opportunity to look over your resume, make sure it's something formattable. And what you want to do, if you're starting from scratch, make sure your contact information and everything is at the top. And then along with your skills, your summary statement or your branding statement, and you list your education at the bottom. Now, for those of you that don't have full-time jobs, that's okay. You can put down your part-time jobs, your volunteer work. Perhaps you've taken a leadership role in a class, or you've been a part of a nonprofit organization or religious group. All those things count as building your resumes as a student. You can set up those appointments right now, today, with faulkner.edu and get some help looking at your resumes, making sure that they're exactly what you want when you get ready to start applying for a career in the marketplace. Number 4. Number 4 is really key. And a lot of people don't do this, but make sure you have 1 to 3 references. So most jobs when you apply for, they ask you what some of your references. You really want to keep those references fresh. Make sure you contact each one of them. Let them know which job you're interviewing for. You may hear a call from this. Pick somebody that's credible with your references, perhaps an old hiring manager, a professor, a teacher, someone that's really professionally connected. Does your reference sell you? It'd be amazing the amount of times we have called references and they're like, who is it you're talking about? Number 2, oh yeah, that person worked with me. Yeah, they did a good job. Now, do you think that really sells me? Oh yeah, they did a good job. You want to have a reference that really endorses your candidacy. So let's play one. So I call and say, hey, what do you think of Sally? Did she do a good job? Yeah, she did a good job. Or I call and say, hey, how do you think Sally did at her career? Did she do a good job? Oh my gosh, you got to hire Sally. She is respectful. She has a lot of integrity. She's worked for us for 3 years, never been late. She's got a great work ethic. She's intelligent. There is absolutely no reason why you shouldn't hire Sally for a career. Today's the day when you really should make that, because she's going to make a great asset for any company that comes along. Now, do you see the difference in how your references can sell you? Those are very key. So right now, you can be calling your references, you can be texting them, you can actually pick up the phone and have a conversation, let them know what you're interviewing for, remind them of some of your key strengths and abilities, because I guarantee you, if you pick the right references and they reach out to them, they can really seal the deal on the job interview. Finally, number 5 is put yourself out there. And it seems pretty simple, but not a lot of students do this. And I was the same way. When I went to the University of Tennessee several years ago, I didn't like networking. But nowadays, it's become so easy because we can do it through Zoom, we can do it through LinkedIn, we can do it through the phone, we can do it through email. There's a lot easier way to contact people than there was in the past. But really, if you have a desire to do a career, don't be afraid to reach out to someone you don't know. If somebody's really passionate about their career, let's say they're an engineer, and you want to know more about chemical engineering, wouldn't it be nice to talk to somebody in chemical engineering? Or let's say you wanted to work at a large company. Your dream was to work for Coca-Cola, and you've always wanted to be a marketing director. Wouldn't it make sense now to reach out to some people you don't know that work at Coca-Cola? They understand the market, they understand the industry, they almost become your mentor, and you begin building connections off of that just because you had the ability and resources to reach out there. College campuses nowadays are very refined. Again, my number 1 tip at the beginning was visit your career centers. Those are really the keys to navigating through all the logistics at the university level. But if you put yourself out there, that's half the battle. And you may not like hearing no at first, but guess what? Most people that hear no eventually hear yes. And I've heard stories remarkably, student after student, who has put themselves out there and who have gotten a career. Look, I know we are in unprecedented times right now. But 3 months when this ends and you look back, have you done everything to put your foot forward? As I talk to professionals every day on Zoom, WebEx, and Skype, I continually remind them, what can you be doing when these 2 to 3 months end? Have you educated yourself by reading a book? Have you updated your resume? Have you honed in on your LinkedIn? Have you discovered your passion and your career purpose in life? Have you worked with a counselor or career? Same thing for students. What have you done in these 3 months that will prepare you for your future career? And I guarantee you, if you put the work in the front end, you take some of this time and you develop yourself and take advantage of the resources they have, it will pay off in the future, and you will remember this time as the best time that you could have done to prepare for your career. The last thing I'll say is this. I really recommend reading. We don't read enough in this country. Did you know the average millionaire reads 3 to 4 books, nonfiction, per month? That's right, 3 to 4 books. So grab a book on education, on your career, begin learning, and a great book you can start out that is mine. It's How to Meet the Challenge of a New Era in Job Interviewing, The Hot Seat. I wrote it. It's a 3-step process. The first phase is finding your passion, what you're good at, harvesting those abilities. You take them into the job interview. You're prepared for the job interview. All the work people say and experts say and coaches say, whatever you do to prepare for the front end of your job interview, that's going to determine if you get the job. The hot seat will help you master the job interview. And at the end, when you're done with the job interview, what do you do afterwards? Well, there's some great tips in the book, and you can find that at zackballinger.com. ZackBallinger, zackballinger.com. Well, Faulkner University, thank you so much again for your time and your attention. Spend the time today and go discover your passion and find a career you enjoy. Take care.